Hey, Kenny Corvette. Welcome to my channel. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let's keep that energy high, you guys. Come on. Hey, I want to do a shout out. I want to do a good old shout out to my buddy Jordan. Help me pick this background. We're just getting the studio up and off, rolling up off the ground, you know. Started with no budget and just been sinking a little bit into the ship. And I want to thank all of you guys for sticking around to see what's coming up next. And what is coming up next is we did an awesome adventure, and it's taken a day or two between the adventure and editing content and then going through your videos. I always think I'm going to do this stuff in 10 minutes. Well, I'm trying to get myself trained and streamlined so that I can actually produce quite a bit more. But that being said, I'm excited to bring you guys this piece. Saddle Mountain, one of my favorites. It's an old mountain, and you're going to see like butterflies and animals and this ecosystem and this like molten lava rock that's coming up out of the ground. And it always fools you. You think you're halfway. You're not halfway till you're like 3/4 of the way. And the last quarter of the way makes you earn every step. It's terrifying. Oh man, I really didn't want to do a long commentary, but let's dive into it. Saddle Mountain, the tallest mountain on the Oregon Coast Range, okay? And it just happens to be the oldest mountain. And it starts off in Shangri-La. You're going through these beautiful little trees and, you know, all this, and you do these little switchbacks. You start getting tired by the time you get to the switchbacks. You have no idea that the hell that's waiting for you. This, if you're backpacking or if you're being on the mountain, put you into this little track. You know, this is your ledge. And then it's just sheer death hanging off. You have a lot of that. And loose gravel where you're slipping and sliding. And you're thinking no big deal. Like on the straightaways, I'll jog and run, no big deal. But you lean into a corner or a turn, and all of a sudden there's loose gravel and you're looking over at the edge. Some of them have like little railing areas or grading. I don't like having that on my own accord. And then there was a part where I stepped out on like a ledge and everything, and it doesn't look like that terrifying, but it's loose gravel. There's this much room. It happens. So the fear there is a real challenge. And the height, 3,000 something feet. It's a baby, but it's higher than any of them. You get to see the coast sweeping around from like Seaside, Gerhardt, Fort Stevens, Warrington, Astoria, the bridge, all up down the Columbia River. And if you rotate around, you can see the Big Daddy Rainier looking at you, the Cascades kind of like drooping down. There's St. Helens, Adams. Then you look like just parallel, like you're on your way down, you're going to see Mount Hood, Jefferson, panoramic views. You feel like a champion to have done it and completed it, because actually on the way up, it will kick your butt. I think in a way though, it is beautiful, like walk when you start out, and then very shortly it starts to climb. Then it's gravel, loose, and it's steep. It's one of those things you just have to have the willpower in your mind to do. But I'm really proud that I did it, and I'd love to share this with anybody who's interested in Saddle Mountain. What a blast. Thank you, Kenny Corvette. On to the clip. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoy Saddle Mountain.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, it was awesome. We're getting it. We got our friends in tow. Let's do this, Katie. We're only getting worse and worse into the House of Pain, y'all. You all right, better? He'd learn. Oh, look at how beautiful this is, everybody. Amazing. You guys, it said I needed to get out here on the edge and show you the shot, which I'll admit, I'm a chicken. Look, I'm setting the poles down. I'm already starting to wobble. Here we go. Look over that edge. I'm just gonna, ooh. I know this is scary, you guys. She's back there, look, having a panic attack. But, whew. Wow, you guys, look at what's over there. See that brick wall? Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in. There we go. See it? Wow. And then zoom back. Hold on. There we go. Whew. This camera doesn't do the rock, the butterflies that I'm missing over there. Whew. I made that look not scary, y'all, but it said get on the edge. This was on my to-do checklist for filming. So, camera, do what I say. That was 4 minutes. Wow, just for that shot. I had to share this part with you guys. So the mountain directly in front of us, to climb up the backside of that will kick your butt, okay? Straight up. That's the mountain. You park in a parking lot, you come up. Right here, this is the saddle between the mountain. And you get on this part, it starts into a whole another climb to the top. And if you guys look out that way, you can just see this is like Jurassic Park. The views are just phenomenal. I hope my lens doesn't take away from that. And just how high, like the sides, it's so far down, it gives you vertigo to look over the sides. It does me anyways. And it's like you look around and you realize we're at the top, the tallest mountain in the Class Canine Range. Welcome back, welcome back. Your host Kenny on top of Saddleback Mountain. Got an epic day for you guys. Little seaside Walking our way down Astoria. That is crazy. It's just getting windy. Gotta love it. It's hot coming up here. And out there is Big Daddy Rainier, St. Helens, Adams just hanging out. And right in front of us is Mount Hood lurking over there. I see Jefferson. And this valley is something else to behold. Wow. You definitely get your steps in if you come up here. You're definitely gonna earn every bit of it. Outstanding. Thank God for working feet, the good graces, that sunshine. I was in search of perfect weather. My question has been answered about the smoke. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. I do see hinges of smoke outlying the area. So I imagine even if you were at the coast, about a couple thousand feet off the deck is a solid cloud of, yes, you guessed it, smoke. But it is definitely improving. I feel like this air is way fresher and less smokeified than what I've been going through. Welcome to Kenny Corvette's channel. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm on my way down and I feel like I had a satisfying day. I may use this clip because the wind chop was so bad up there. But to give you any idea that this thing makes you pay for it, I might have to add some of the stats because we're doing the Garmin hike tracker. Get all our steps in, 5 miles, but the punishment never ends. And I have seen all kinds of beautiful butterflies just swarming right along in here, like near the top. Just awesome to get to show that off and share this with you guys. It's part of my journey, part of your journey. It gives you the idea, if you have any idea, like where we're at, there's the bar, there's the edge. It just like knifes out into this awesome canyon. Woo! How beautiful is this? $1 million views. And the day is nice. I had a couple sections where it was windy. I had to put my coat back on, my hat, and then I've had several sections where I've had to take it off. I love a dry day. I got you, Tiger. The trail. That is a trail of tears on the way up, son. Saddleback ain't no joke. Especially by the time you get to the first one, you've already earned a badge. You've earned a badge. You should get like junior something badge for just making it to that mountain right there, to the top of that mountain. Never mind the saddle. Never mind the saddle and the loose gravel. Like, you know, the only spot you're supposed to be has loose gravel on it. I'm sure that's there to keep somewhat of a trail so when it rains. Do you need me to go around you? I had to slow down so I didn't run into you. It is always so nice to have such a thoughtful companion to bring like water, juice, jerky, take pictures, share these beautiful moments. Hiking a mountain by yourself it's not the gear and the equipment. It's not the places and the things. It's the people you take along with you. So I, Kenny, recommend finding you a lifelong adventure buddy, because adventures aren't really fun unless you have a buddy. You know what I'm saying? So there's some good recommendations right there. Fun was meant to be shared. Sometimes you just want to get away where everybody knows your name. This mountain, I feel like it's always glad you came. Like 100%. Just tuck away in here, in the shade. Just nature just doing its thing.